Located on 58th Street between Park and Madison Avenues, Tao specializes in authentic Chinese, Japanese, and Thai cuisines. The restaurant pays homage to its Asian roots with the massive ceiling canvas with the Chinese hand calligraphy works by famous calligrapher Wang Xizhi, a 16-foot Buddha floating above a reflecting pool filled with Japanese carp, and beautiful hanging Chinese lanterns.
We ordered 3 dishes and here they are. Imperial vegetable egg roll, Mandarin sizzle fried rice with Peking duck, steamed chicken dumplings. I tried the steamed chicken dumpling and it was surprisingly authentic and not much different from the dumplings I used to have in Shanghai.
Now I am tasting the imperial egg roll with spicy Chinese yellow mustard. Egg roll, chunjuan, is one of the most popular Chinese dishes in America, but the ones often served in China are actually much smaller and made with a thinner skin. Tao's egg rolls are made with thick skins designed to appeal to Western tastes, but still undeniably delicious. The Chinese yellow mustard that comes with the rolls has a unique taste. Tao offers a variety of desserts from chocolate cake to fried donuts. At first, we were slightly disappointed at the absence of traditional Chinese desserts such as red bean soup, but the hot chai tea was an unexpected treasure.
But it's really sweet and I taste a lot of sugar and cinnamon and cardamom. Not really the chai as much. It tastes more American, but it's still good.
Later, the waiter offered us fortune cookies, an indispensable dessert offered in almost every American Chinese restaurant, and certainly more American than Chinese. Now Cynthia is ready to take the fortune cookies advice.
Whoa! Can you focus on that?
What did it say?
You will experience a night of sweet torture.
Tonight, we experienced a different, very sophisticated side of Asian culture. The unique design of the interior of the restaurant and the abundant flavor in the food reflected Asian traditions enhanced to satisfy a largely Western audience. We were still able to unwind and enjoy ourselves between the delicious dishes and the spacious atmosphere. We highly recommend Tao for an invigorating and thorough dining experience. Our stomachs filled with chai tea, we left Tao full of anticipation for authentic Chinese food awaiting us in Chinatown tomorrow. It's 7 a.m. in the morning and a blizzard is starting. New York City doesn't lose its pace. Coffee shops are packed with people looking for a hot drink and a bite to eat before heading back into the cold and hurrying off to work. We head into the subway and take the B line to Chinatown. In the 1800s, Mott Street was a part of the Five Point Slum, one of the dirtiest and most crime-infested areas in New York. In 1858, New York City's first permanent Chinese immigrant, Ah Ken, moved onto Mott Street. In 1872, Chinese merchant Wo Qi opened the first Chinese general store on Mott Street near Pell Street. In the following years, Chinese immigrants began to concentrate their community in this area, and Chinatown was created. Today, Mott Street is still the unofficial main street of Chinatown, bustling with Chinese people, stores, and restaurants.
Doyle Street connects Mott Street and Pell Street, completing the triangle where Chinatown began. In the early 1900s, the Tong gangs of Chinatown had a large number of street battles at the bend in Doyle Street, which became known as the Bloody Angle. Allegedly, more people died violently here than at any other street intersection in the whole United States. Today, however, we have come here to visit Nam Wa Tea Parlor, the oldest dim sum parlor in New York.
Nam Wa first opened in 1920 and has been a popular neighborhood staple ever since, serving fresh Chinese pastries, steamed buns, dim sum, and tea. When Chinese food first began to gain popularity and attract tourists to Chinatown, Nam Hua was a favorite and was frequented by many Western patrons. Through the years, Nam Hua has not changed much, consistently offering the same authentic dim sum and great value that it did through the entire 20th century.
Nam Hua is most renowned for its excellent dim sum. Dim sum, or dianqing in Mandarin, is a popular type of Cantonese dish which usually consists of steamed or fried dumplings and rolls. Dim sum also includes roast pork buns, vegetable pancakes, and other delicacies such as chicken feet and tripe. Dim sum originated in China thousands of years ago. During the Han Dynasty, around 200 BC to 200 AD, tea houses were abundant along the Silk Road. They also serve a variety of snacks, which eventually evolved into the culinary art of dim sum.
First, we ordered chrysanthemum tea. We wait for our food to arrive.
Our first dish is a shrimp rice roll. Next, we'll try the original egg roll, which is a Nam Hua specialty. This dish has a center of chicken, mushroom, and dried lotus flower, which is wrapped in an egg crepe, coated in batter, and deep fried. Egg rolls are one of the most popular Chinese dishes in America.
This one is really different from the ones we had at home. Like the outside is not as crispy as the one in town. And you can see there's like thicker layers of and also like this there's mushroom and chicken, but it's still really good. I really like the taste. It tastes like a traditional Chinese, like fried. I guess like a fried dough. It's called youtiao.
Next came the chicken feet. The Western world has always been hesitant to try this dim sum, but it's undeniably one of our favorites. Chicken's feet are boiled and spiced with vinegar and sugar, and then coated in the black bean sauce. The skin on the chicken feet has a chewy texture and absorbs a large amount of flavor, making them especially scrumptious. Let's see how Nam Hua's chicken feet taste. Our last dish is a dim sum sampler, which includes 8 different types of dim sum. Let's see what Cynthia thinks of these dim sums.
This is a vegetarian steamed dumpling. You look inside, see mushroom and celery and maybe bean stalks. You try some? Purple and kind of sweet, so this should taste interesting. This is really interesting. It's kind of sweet and salty at the same time, and it's kind of like a bean paste kind of texture. I like it a lot.
Nam Hua Tea Parlor provides not only a delectable dining experience, but also a unique historical authenticity. The 20th century was a period of turmoil for Chinese America. With anti-Chinese legislation, economic struggle, gang violence, racial stereotypes, and 2 world wars. Through it all, however, Nam was survived and even today still serves arguably the best dim sum we've ever tasted. Even through hard times, Chinese food was a constant and remained alive in America, playing a huge role in preserving Chinese culture and bringing the Chinese community together.
Next, we head to another historical and culinary jackpot. Chinatown Ice Cream Factory is the oldest Chinese homemade ice cream parlor in Chinatown. Founded in 1978, it is considered one of the unofficial landmarks of Chinatown. Ice cream critics have also called it the best. This ice cream parlor offers all the usual flavors, but it also serves many special, exotic Chinese-style flavors such as almond cookie, red bean, ginger, black sesame, and green tea. It even offers pandan, a type of Malaysian leaf. We ordered black sesame and red bean. The delicious ice cream was the perfect way to end our day.
The rice roll was so good.
It actually was. I think that was the best dim sum I've ever had.
Agreed. I think the chicken feet.
The chicken feet.
Yeah, the sauce was it was actually so authentic. It tastes exactly like the chicken feet I've had at home.
Really?
I was actually really happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so good.
And also this morning, my dad texted me新春快乐, happy Chinese New Year. I thought it was so cute, but I didn't
So
realize
cute.
it was actually Chinese New Year already in China.
That's so weird, but it's not here. I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited to go to Chinatown tomorrow just to see the parade and performances.
Yeah.
I've never been to one before, but I heard it was very popular.
Yeah, I know. I've never been to the parade in Chinatown in New York, but it's so big, so I'm really excited.
Yeah, I really want to see the lion dancing. I haven't seen that for a while.
Yeah.
Really excited to go to the parade tomorrow in Chinatown, because I've never been to it before. But I've heard my relatives who lived in Chinatown talking about how big it was, how festive it was.
I'm really excited to go see the Chinese New Year performance, parade and everything, celebration in Chinatown tomorrow, because for me, Chinese New Year has always been a kind of family celebration. I mean, on the eve of Chinese New Year, I would sit with my parents, and sometimes our grandparents would be here, but most of the time they'd just be back in China. But it's usually just me, my brother, and my parents, and we sit around and we have a huge dinner. And my mom always makes a lot of really good dishes, all my favorites, tudose, which is I guess it's little chopped potatoes that are fried, and it's really good. And also songhua dan, which is it's I don't know, a quail egg, I think, but it's really good. It's one of my favorites. Also roasted peanuts.
If I were in Shanghai right now, I would actually just sit at home, have a very big dinner with my parents on the eve of Chinese New Year. My dad, who usually doesn't cook at all, would go cook my favorite dish, which is tangyuan. It's a boiled mochi, usually filled with red bean peanut butter. It is actually my favorite dish. It's really good.
And then after we eat dinner, we sometimes we'll sing karaoke or just do something really fun as a family. And then my parents will give us hongbao, which are red envelopes filled with money, which is obviously one of the highlights, especially for us. And basically all we have to do is go to our parents and say 恭喜发财, which is basically wishing them a good new year and luck and everything, and then they'll give us our red envelopes, and it's really nice.
There aren't many parades or performance, lion dancing performances in Shanghai, for people just celebrate Chinese New Year. People just have a big family union. Sometimes my grandparents will come over, my uncles and my cousins, we will gather together, we'll talk about stories, and I'll get the red envelope, 红包, from my parents, grandparents, and uncles. That's always the most exciting part of Chinese New Year.
I think my favorite part of Chinese New Year, I guess, is always just really getting together with my family and doing something really fun together. And also, since I was born in America, I guess it's nice for me to do something which puts me back with my Chinese roots. That's a nice feeling.
I really miss my family. It's actually really sad and also weird for me not to be with my family on the eve of Chinese New Year. But I'm also really excited to see the parade. I was very happy that I got a text from my dad saying 新春快乐, Happy Chinese New Year. I think Chinese New Year is a very big part of our culture. It's actually like Christmas here. People it's a time for family to unite, and usually family would go on vacations and and talk about what they did.
So tomorrow when we go to Chinatown and watch the parade and the lion dance, I've honestly never been part of a huge Chinese New Year celebration like that before, and I think it'll be definitely be a new experience for me. I've seen lion dances on TV and stuff, but I've never actually seen it in the parade in real life. So I think I'll really enjoy the festivity and just everything that's going on there. Hopefully we'll be able to find some really good food, and I think it'll definitely be really crowded, but I think I'm really excited to see this kind of Chinatown version of Chinese New Year, and that's more centered around the entire Chinese community and huge celebration, and instead of just individual family celebration. Chinese New Year, or the Lunar New Year, is the most important holiday in China. In Chinatown, the Chinese New Year celebration has always been especially important because many people's extended families are still in China. Those who stay in the States must celebrate the New Year with the Chinese community here. Up until recently, Chinese people in Chinatown would celebrate the New Year privately with friends and family. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, Chinatown was a relatively small and exclusive community. During the mid-20th century, however, Chinese culture, especially Chinese food like chop suey, began to gain popularity among Westerners. Slowly, Chinatown became a major tourist attraction as people came to see the unique Chinese community and try the Chinese dishes, which everyone seemed to enjoy so much. Now, with Manhattan's Chinatown as one of the greatest sights of New York City, Chinese New Year has become a huge spectacle which attracts visitors from all over the world.
The first Chinese New Year parade and festival was held in 1999. The event has grown every year, and now it is New York's biggest winter tourist attraction. The lion dance is an essential part of the parade. Lion dance troops from various Chinese associations perform, visiting the storefronts along the streets of the Chinese community to bring good luck. The Chinese New Year celebration in Chinatown includes many ancient Chinese traditions. People beat drums, a tradition meant to create the sound of crashing thunder, which scares away evil spirits. The stores and streets are adorned with flowers, auspicious couplets, banners, and recognizable diamond-shaped signs with an upside-down fu, the Chinese word meaning luck, written on them, symbolizing the arrival of good luck.
The air is full of excitement. Everyone is awed by just how large, loud, and lively the festival is. This Chinese New Year celebrated the end of the Year of the Dragon and the start of the Year of the Snake. While Dragon years are characterized with surprises and extravagance, Snake years are generally meant to be slower paced and devoted more to introspection and thought. This day is the time for new and promising beginnings that everyone has been looking forward to. We witnessed all sorts of different people of different ages and cultures from all over the world coming to Chinatown and participating in this incredible festival together.
He's from France. That's what you should probably ask him, but I'm from San Francisco. Yeah.
This is your first time in Chinatown?
No, we live close by.
So you always like come to like the parade and celebration on Chinese New Year?
Yeah, we were here last year.
Oh, we're here last year. What is your favorite part? Like
Actually, this is the favorite part.
firecrackers. Yeah, dragon dancing. Yeah, of course.
What do you usually do for Chinese New Year?
Just go to parades.
Go to parades. Do you get like do your parents like decorate your houses or like
Sometimes.
Sometimes. You get like red envelopes maybe.
Chinese New Year is a holiday meant to be celebrated with family and close friends. It is a large yearly family event that we grew up with and that has become part of our lives. Today, however, we experienced a different type of celebration, away from our families in an unfamiliar city. What we experienced today captured the essence of Chinatown. Back in the day, Chinese men came to the United States alone, without families or friends, doubting whether anyone would even notice if they died. Chinatown gave them a home. It was a community which connected these isolated individuals, forming essentially a family. And like any family, the Chinatown community faced tons of challenges, internal and external, but through all the years, this community stuck together through common food and traditions like the New Year celebration. Chinatown preserved its culture and combated racism and rapidly fluctuating economic conditions. Today, we became part of that community, and the whole of Chinatown became our family. We listened to the sound of beating drums and crashing cymbals, heard festive conversation around us, and watched children and adults alike laughing and playing with snappers and confetti poppers. We could feel the sense of hope, happiness, and community in the air that Chinese New Year is all about. It wasn't the same as being home, but it sure did come close.